Hello, everybody. How you all doing?
Hey.
Sorry to interrupt your Svengil skill lesson in Twitch chat there. I saw people were getting educated on some Swedish, but not.
Yep.
Yeah. Alla talking Svengland här, va? Yeah. Cool. So welcome Twitch. Welcome Mixer if you're watching us on there. I'm Graham. I'm community manager on the game. This here is Matt, also known as Tree Kiwi.
That's the one.
If you've come from our hunting games previously, you would have seen a lot of him. If not, and you were active during the beta, then you would have seen a lot of him on Discord.
I was the mysterious man without the EW in front of my name.
Yes, yes. Getting some hype burgers in Mixer chat.
Whoop.
Whoop, whoop. So, yeah, this is indeed Kiwi. Hello, Bidimore. He's
Hey.
one of our mods from our Discord server. If you're not on our Discord server, you should go there. It's amazing.
It is good.
We give out stuff on there now and then, particularly during the beta. We key galore. Please don't spam caps, otherwise Nightbot will give you a little slap. Can we donate the game to a fellow Swede? Maybe not just yet. We'll see. Dope beard for Matt.
Thanks.
Graham looks cooler in person than his Discord pic leads on. Okay, I'm not sure if that's a
No,
compliment or not.
we put that silly little,
What's my
picture in.
Discord one? It's the one with
No, it was the
Dr.
one I put
Disrespect.
in Discord just before, us being a bit silly.
Oh,
remember
you
this
put that
one?
in Discord. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks
that
for the
one.
notification.
Yeah, well, I said, are you happy with this picture? And you said, yes, do
Cool. Anyway, that's enough chatter from us. We'll let you know what we're going to be doing today. So, of course, the stream, the clue is in the name, machine reveal, hype. Today, we're going to be showing you a new machine. It's a big one, kind of big like the tank, let's say. A little bit less aggressive, but we'll get into that later. But it will still unloads the pain, let's say. And it's called the Harvester. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit of the kind of beta content you've seen already, mainly because I can't show you the main world with the Harvester without seeing other machines that we want to tell you about later. So we need to keep it a little bit on the download for now. So what will happen is we'll do some of the normal content we had during the beta, and then in the latter part of the stream, I'm going to spawn some of these things manually, and you can check them out. And they are big. They are big and stompy and everything you'd expect from a big mean robot machine, even. Cool. Let's flick over to the game. If I use the correct mouse, not that one.
The background.
There we go.
Cha-ching.
Boom.
Nice.
So, here we are. It's a bit of a foggy day. I'm not alone here. Matt's next to me. He's just here to talk to you and keep you all entertained.
Yeah.
This is AC I'm hanging out with, one of our other community managers here at Avalanche. You may have seen her before in previous streams if you've stayed up to speed. So this is right at the start of the game. Again, this is kind of basically you've just got off the, well, involuntarily gotten off your boat. You were shot at, you've come to shore, and you're trying to work out what the heck's going on, basically. This is a little bit of a later version than the beta. So there is not a shed full of goodies in here that some of you might have seen during the beta area. They're now actually strategically placed through the map, as they should have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get these first mission out of the way. We're kind of getting our bearings. Torch is handy, because it is dark and foggy. Grab a pissed off the game. It looks like the last inhabitants of this house did not leave under comfortable circumstances,
No.
let's say. This is foggy, as in it's foggy because the weather is foggy right now. We have dynamic weather in the game, so earlier on when I was actually testing out the stream, it was clear, crisp night. I actually launched up a new game now, just to reset it to have AC in here, and it's a bit foggier. So you'll see that sort of change as the game progresses. It might get rainy, it might get sunny, it might come over with some more fog again later. That's all part of the game, and it's not like the graphics themselves are foggy.
Intentionally foggy.
Intentional fog, not like weird graphic-y fog.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, let's just... Oh, what do we have here? So let's check out my log and ask what we want to do. So we arrived in Eberholmen after excursion on island. Something's not right. Something destroyed our boat. That's not cool. Thing, whatever it was, seems to have moved on, but the place is eerily abandoned. So yeah, we're just continuing picking up some bits and pieces here and working our way through the mission chain. Again, if you played the beta, some of this will be familiar to you. If not, well, There you go. You get to watch it. So just picked up some binos. Binos are super handy. In the beginning, they're just really great for you seeing where stuff is. Later, as you unlock different skills, they can help give you extra information about machines, like such as weak points and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
Is the game going to have RTX support? So we actually use our own in-house custom engine here at Avalanche. It's called the Apex engine, which is super cool for making these beautiful open worlds. It does mean, though, that when you want to jump on board the next tech, we kind of have to create it on our engine level. So I don't know if we're going to be, if it's one of our priorities or not, getting RTX working. Watch this space, really. But I think it's super cool tech, and I know that our devs have been nerding out over it. So we'll see what happens there. But hopefully you'll appreciate the lighting in the game anyway. I mean, look at the lights being cast by the space car. It's pretty. Feels like there is huge FPS drops there, though. Well, you're going to see things like FPS drops and other such stuff. This is, of course, a in-development game, as per the text at the top of the screen up there. You know, so there is still things to be done. We're not done by any means yet. We're due out in 2019, so that should give you an idea of, you know, how our timeline looks in terms of developing things. Nice Thursday facts. So I've got some ammunition. Each weapon has different kinds of ammunition you can use for it. Here I got some hollow points. Not the best when you're shooting a metal machine, obviously.
No, it needs something a little bit more solid.
Maybe some FMJs or some armor-piercing rounds would be ideal. But, you know, needs must. We'll take what we can get right now. Small fuel cell. They're really awesome for setting up traps. Will be EA Early Access? No, this will be a released, done game. So we'll have a live date. It's released. And then it will be kind of a developed live game at the same time. So it will be done and ready to be played on release day. But then over the coming weeks and months and years, hopefully, we'll continue releasing new content in the form of free updates as well as some optional DLC. Is this a scripted play like the stream just before the beta? I'm not sure even by scripted play. This is, well, us playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't like to do things scripted. I like to just jump into the
Makes
game
it more
and see what
authentic when you
happens.
don't rehearse. And
Okay, so our first mission after that is, okay, it spotted us. You can tell by the sound and its light changing color. Okay. AC just did what AC does, I think, and executed that thing. Good job, AC.
Yeah.
This one is super easy. In fact, a lot of the machines you will see in this initial area are very easy because it is the start zone. You will see... sorry, 1 second. I'm being pinged. Where are we? Let's have a look. Mixer's saying about sound. The volume is extremely low.
Yeah, are you guys hearing everything okay?
Yes, they seems to be hearing okay.
Seems fine on Twitch and...
Seems fine on Twitch end, yeah. Okay, AC's firing it, I don't know what.
Ah, okay, so yeah, if on the mixer it's a bit quiet.
Okay, unfortunately it's not something I can... Okay, she's disconnected, it seems. She'll be back. Unfortunately, we can't really tweak the sound too much on the fly. Let's see if I can turn it up actually in the game. We do have some wiggle room here. It might mean the Twitch folks might want to take it down a little bit.
Knock it down a touch.
Cool. AC should rejoin us, we'll see.
Hopefully.
Yes.
So is that louder in your earpiece now, Graham?
I think when they fire around now, I'm going to get deafened. Okay, so AC's not here. Oh no, here she comes. Great.
Back in, that's good.
There's a little pack of machines here. So I do have a torch on so I can see them. I don't believe they will detect your torch. Mainly due to it being a quality of life thing. It would be a real pain if you couldn't see them at all. So he kind of sensed us there, but he didn't actually fully pick us up.
They have different sensors too sometimes, don't they? So
they do indeed.
They can have thermal or...
So this one, they're basic sensors. It'll hear sound, it'll have sight. As you get later, you may see some that have thermal vision. They'll actually see me through this like thick brush or anything like that. Okay, we can make ourselves known.
Yeah, make sure work at that one.
And these machines will be a great source of ammunition and things throughout the actual throughout the game. Apparently our mics are low as well. Let's see if I can bump that up a bit and that up a bit. So mics are up now. Hopefully that's better.
Is the gentleman on left's hat and beard going to be unlockable in the game? Probably not, unfortunately. I need them.
Okay, so they said the actual mics were what was quiet, not the game.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's interesting because the mix is the same coming across, but
Yeah.
sound stuff, it's a nightmare.
Internet.
Anyway, did anyone play this 4K in beta? Are you doing a game key giveaway today? I can't answer the 4K question. Maybe some folks out there who did play it in 4K. We do a lot of testing in 4K here. Are you doing a game key giveaway today? We are not. As we get close to release, we'll probably start doing some full game giveaways. But previously, we've been doing beta key giveaways. I think AC just looted the quest item that was here. No.
There it is.
Yeah.
Done.
Letter was sent to a hunter living in Björknäs on Iberholmen. Maybe his hunting equipment was in his house. So our main goal is to try and follow up the road, see what's going on. We actually had a side quest pop up here. So we found a letter in a car living in a location from a hunter. Hunter, chances are he has firearms of some description. His house is probably nearby, but we can judge by the location and direction of the car. So, yeah, in Generation Zero, we don't necessarily like to give you a big blaring marker all the time to tell you where to go. Sometimes we like to give you the tools to find it yourself. So this car's come from this direction before it's had its mishap. So, yeah, let's... And it said it was in Björknäs. Here's the woods, Björknässkogen. So this kind of neighborhood we should be checking out, and hopefully we'll go and get ourselves some gear from this hunter. Let's finish looting these bits and pieces. Lots more of that lovely 32 ACP ammo. And the looting has been tweaked a little bit since the beta, so it's not quite so much loot rain as it was during the beta. Still though, you know, zooming in on that sweet spot. Seeing if we got anything useful from Twitch that people want to know. Yeah, during the beta, Phantom Mode ammo has been tweaked loot. Yeah, we definitely tweaked some loot somewhat. And at least initially, though, there is, in this area, it's going to be quite heavy on the ammunition because you're first starting the game. We don't want to throw you in there and, you know, leave you up to the machine's mercy with nothing to fight back.
We wanted to give you guys lots of ammunition so you could shoot all the things in the beta as well to test it out properly.
So these two are already damaged.
Yeah.
So quite easy to take those out. As you can see, they were sparking across the woods.
In a previous combat by the looks of them.
There's one over there has been triggered as well. Yeah. I just love the lighting.
Yeah,
when
it's
it's
really
dark
cool.
in the trees.
And the effects are great.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool, we have one over to the right here. So this one is, again, very much damaged. It might be why it stopped moving towards us. It could actually have its legs were open. Let's see. But it can definitely still shoot. Oh, just leapt back. So these runner machines are quite agile. They can leap around and lunge at you and all sorts of stuff. Let's see if I had any more ammo. Great. Will there be more electronic warfare options outside the fireworks, flares, and radio as seen in the beta? Yes, there are other means you can kind of confound and trick and generally sort of use the environment and items to, you know, sway the fights in your favor, let's say. So there'll be lots of options you can lean on in that, using both the environment and pickups that you might find along the road. Did the rifles get buffed? I had a heck of a time killing with it. We're constantly adjusting everything all the time, seeing as it's been in development. I will say a lot of what your weapon will do dependent on your ammunition type. We did mention earlier on you get different types of ammunition. If you're using a hunting rifle with hollow points, soft point rounds, generally they're not going to be great for machines, particularly as well if you get a shotgun with bird shot. They can handle some of our smaller machines like the Flying Seekers, but they're not going to be great when you're dealing with a heavily armored runner or a tank. So birdshot's very much a large stitch kind of ammunition, let's say, whereas buck will hit much harder. Is that Gen Zero shirt available for purchase? It's a bit blurry on the camera. Can't get it focused. That's not going to look good on a clip. They're not available for purchase, but if you're a loyal follower to our social media channels and our streams, etc., you are likely to see some appear for giveaway. That's me talking and not keeping an eye on where the machines are at. Not very good at being sneaky there. Where is he? I can see, I think there's one hiding behind there. Oh, yeah, here it comes. I see ya. Nice.
Good shooting.
Oh,
wow. Surprise.
Surprise.
Casually hanging out around the
Oh,
corner.
man, yeah, that was a smart one, just waiting for me to poke my nose out.
Yeah.
Damn campers. Yeah. There we go. So we've got 9mm armor piercing rounds there. We don't have a 9mm pistol. We have a 32 ACP, but should we pick up a 9mm, they will be really great for taking out machines.
There we go. Shrub77 saying, not really proud of this, but I have 5,000 hours in DayZ. Pretty patient beta tester and super excited for your game. Keep up the good work.
Nice.
So I think that's some pretty good feedback. Thank you.
I actually saw DayZ did an update recently. I was going to
okay.
check that out myself. So I got some actual shotgun slugs there. Nice. Slugs are really nice against machines. Again, talking about different ammo types does make a big difference. And one thing we should mention as well is, those of you who don't know, didn't play the beta, firearms, items, etc., have different quality levels. This
Yes.
here is dilapidated, so it's going to be a little less accurate. It doesn't look very nice. It's all rusted and messy. It'll be sparky, and it feels old and worn out, and it's not going to be as good quality as a newer, better pistol that you might find further down the line. So that too will have an effect on how your items and sort of firearms behave.
So if you guys have just joined us, I see there's a few questions there. AC is in-game with Graham playing. You might have seen her on previous streams. My name is Matt, or Tree Kiwi. I'm another community manager here. And this is, of course, Graham. So you've probably seen him.
Hello, hello. If you haven't seen me in the flesh yet, well, you should have done it over the last couple of streams, but I was very much involved in Discord during the beta, and anything on social media was probably me. Yes, so hello, and thank you for joining.
Will there be more character customization options once the game releases, such as more faces or maybe more models to pick from?
I think after we're live, we might see further releases in the form of updates, which might introduce things like more characters to choose from, that kind of thing. Nice, got a scope to go with this hunting rifle I just picked up. But otherwise, a lot of your customization will come through what you find in the world. So I've chosen the nerd archetype kind of character here, which this was the basic one I started with. I did pick up a couple of items. Can't remember what I did. Yeah, I think I found a watch or a wristband. That was it. So I found this little wristband. You can't really see it so well because I'm wearing a jacket. But there's little customization options such as that. Clothing. Did I get anything from
Can you take your jacket off?
Yes. Where are we?
Maybe?
I don't know how to do it.
No, maybe from the starting one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take the starting one off. You need to switch to something else.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
What price are you guys thinking of this game?
$34.99.
Yeah, $34.99 on PC,
Yep.
$39.99 on Xbox or PS4.
That's it.
I had to think there for a second.
How is loot going to work on full release with other people? So I believe it's still going to be, what do they call it, the same for everybody, so people get the same items?
No.
Oh, they're changing that one,
if you're looting random boxes, chests around the world, that's randomly generated.
Aha, there we go.
You don't have to sprint racing to try and get loot before everyone else does. If you find a gun leaning against a wall, you can both loot it. So
I got you. So, storyline.
Everyone gets their loot, basically. Because, we don't want that scenario where you're playing multiplayer with people and, something dies and everyone makes a mad rush to try and loot all the stuff and it all gets... Hello, bikes.
Oh, nice.
Push the bikes up. No.
Yeah. It must be locked in there.
There we go. There we go. Push them out the bike rack.
That's a very nice touch.
Bit of casual vandalism here. No. It's all, a lot of things around the world are affected by physics. So it's quite fun to mess around with them sometimes. Sorry, what was I saying? Shared loot, It's great when you're playing with friends. You're more inclined to share things and communications there and things. Sometimes playing with randos, people are a little bit more, look after number one. So we tried to remove that scenario a little bit and make it so that everyone gets their crack at the loot.
That's it.
So I did pick up this scope, which is our first sort of type of weapon modification we're going to see. So It's a basic one, as you'd expect. You can add a sight to your weapon. Now I can zoom in and stuff, and it's a variable sight. As you can see, it's an older, shabby kind of scope, so it's a bit cracked and a bit fuzzy. That'll get better as you get further on and get nicer gear. I mean, you can see the model here. It's all rusty. It looks like it's been dragged out of a swamp. It's not the best gear, but hopefully as we get further on, we're going to get much better. Will we get the Carl Gustav? Those of you who played the beta may have seen something quite similar to a Carl Gustav, let's say. Top tier scopes look so good. Yes, they are pretty. I mean, the top tier stuff is just...
It's all nice and sparkly, isn't it?
Nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Right, so we've just cleared the Hunter side quest. So we need to keep on going through here. Hang on, did I actually pick that one up?
There was one called Sanctuary there.
Yeah, exactly. I need to go back and head down towards the church.
Nice. Lots of good questions coming through here. Trying to pick some out, actually.
You better call the Carl Gustav Knugen. Here we go. So this is... Oh. I'm just over the one that you runners lurking in the woods.
How does it work with day, night in the game? So it's actually on a sliding time scale, so the time evolves through the game as you would be. Dynamic, that's the word I was looking for. Same with the weather too, so it can change just on the spot. Be nice and sunny, and then a cold fog or mist can roll in like this.
You can have storms, you'll hear thunder and lightning, and they are really moody.
Yeah, and the other thing is they can be in the distance too. You can be watching the thunder and lightning storms.
You might see it over the other side of these trees in the distance, for example.
Yeah.
I keep waving at the screen. Yeah. Just imagine I'm pointing to the trees as folks. And, the most disappointing part of the beta was that it ended. Rip. Yeah. Well, it's going to be back. Well, the game is going to be back. We're not certain if there'll be another beta just yet, but we'll absolutely let you know if there would be one.
And if it's anything, maybe a little more of a teaser. There's actually a lot more to see too once it does go live fully. So
I mean,
the beta was a small little.
Yeah, and again, we're just kind of covering that same area now due to what I mentioned at the beginning. So. Yeah, I mean, the beta covers this area here, and we have all of this lovely area up there to play with. So, oops, that was me clicking my mouse as I switched over. Okay, gas tank, nice. That'll come in handy later. What do we have here? New mission, find a note with a hasty scribbled message. So we've got another side mission that's popped up from being here. It appears someone hid their family weapon for their son to find. He left a weapon called Old Betan in a secret place they both know about somewhere in the church.
Ooh.
So we can actually click that and have a look a little bit more if we were so inclined. Practice your Swedish. Marcus, som du ser detta, vi har gått till Stenhaga för att hämta Anderssons. Hoppas du redan mött. So they've gone elsewhere to pick up the Andersons. They're hoping they can meet us there. So this is kind of flavor text. When you're playing the game, flavor text stuff you'll see in Swedish. We're playing in Sweden. This is 1980s Sweden, but you'll get yourself a translation next to it. And that also works when you kind of hover over things in the world as well. So we want you to have the mood and the feeling that you're in Sweden. And obviously, translating everything in the world would kind of destroy that. I'll actually run past some of the goodies that are going to be here just so I can show you an example. Here. So we have this whiteboard. Vi går till Stenhaga gård för att möta upp Anderssons, gå dit Johnny. So there's someone saying we've gone to Stenhaga farm. You can see it written on the bottom to meet up with the Andersons. Go there, Johnny. So we'll put it into a language that's localized for the game version you have, yet you'll still see Swedish text out in the world. Sebastian is 0. Why do Swedish people always sign off with the / for their names? I do that now as well. Where are the Vikings? They are long gone, unfortunately. I'm not sure how they would do with their axes against the machines anyway. Now that you've rendered the Blaze RA, you could as well add it to Call the Wild. And the Carl God stuff as well, right? AC's found us up a radio. Yoink.
Nice.
People had a lot of fun with these during the beta. This is one of our many means of...
there was some pretty funny
distracting
streams.
Machines.
Yeah.
Why not play them some sick 80s tunes?
Yep.
If that's not going to get a machine's attention, nothing is. Graham, with the Arch machine you come across early in the game, you localize languages because I don't understand what it's saying during the beta. Oh, sorry, you might not hear me over the music. I believe if you actually open up your log, after you've picked up the answering machine, you'll see a written text of the message. Otherwise, I believe for sound, we're doing localization in both Swedish and English. So I think the audio can be localized to English if you want. Don't quote me on that, but otherwise there will definitely be a means of you knowing what's going on. Oh god, that music is nightmares from my beta experience with friends where they spammed out radios and boom boxes. Let me just move this over here a second. Cool. Check that.
Nice.
So, those of you who joined us part of the way through, we're talking about a machine reveal stream today. Right now, we're just playing some of the early beginning area because we can't show you the machine in its natural habitat because we'll be showing you too much, and we want to save some stuff for later. We don't want to show you the other machines that we have yet to announce. So, we're in the start of kind of newbie area. We're going to play a little bit, and then maybe 15 minutes before the end of the stream, in or around 20 minutes, we'll show you the new machine. I'll spawn one manually into the world, and we're going to get wrecked.
Makeshift quarantine area.
Yeah. Will the game be localized in Swedish as well? Yes, if you are a native Swede or you just want to practice your Swedish, you can play everything in Swedish if you like. Smågröden. Isn't that Smågröden? I think so. It's a Swedish song they play.
The frogs, isn't it?
Yeah. They play during Easter, or is it Midsummer?
Midsummer. Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to get all the kind of these Swedish pop culture references that our lovely devs have put in the game. So this is Old Betan, the rusted old dilapidated family shotgun that's been left behind. So, yeah, it was small I don't know, small frogs. Yeah, that's the name of the song in Swedish.
They have some interesting midsummer songs, that's all I'm going to say.
The dances that will get me, so yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, obviously we're presenting here a Brit and a Kiwi right now. Most of the dev team is Swedish, although it's quite a very international team. We have people from all around the world working there. But we are based out of Stockholm, Sweden, so, you know, this is one of the reasons why we chose this setting. A lot of our devs grew up in this world when they were younger, and, you know, not many... okay, stop you there. Back to dynamic weather. Now you can see it's raining.
Yep.
Since we've been in the church, the rain's come down, and this will actually affect the machines in terms of their... Oh! Got a collectible.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see what we got there. Mixtapes. Apostolic Band, a new metal duo from Romania that just embarked on their first world tour, starting with 3 dates in Sweden.
Nice.
So yeah, rain and the like will actually affect machines to an extent. It'll affect their sound and whatnot, so you can be a little bit noisier without getting detected, let's say. I do need to check my mission, so I know what my mission says, but I want to show you guys. So Sanctuary, search church, anything infrastructure behind, follow the road to look for a safe place, investigate church. Yes, we've done that. Yeah, following the road leads to some sort of... Did I actually not pick up? I forgot to actually interact with the notice board, didn't I? There we go, that's the mission trigger. So now, let's go back to my log. A note on the board in Salthammer Church indicates a group of people have sought refuge there but moved on to a nearby farm called Stenhaga and urges any stragglers to follow them there. An arrow on the board points to the west, so the farm is likely in that direction. Okay, so we have two options here. We could go west, or we could go see what's up here. This looks quite interesting.
Let's do it.
Yeah, can this be played solo or is it only multiplayer? You can play this in any combination between 1 to 4 people. So you can play it entirely solo if you like, or you can bring 3 friends along and enjoy it co-op with those.
Will we have snow that will stop all the machines, just like how the buses stop working as soon as it's single? Swedish joke there.
Throwing some shade at SL there. No, SL is the organisation that runs the public transport here in Sweden. To be fair, though, as a Brit who's moved to Sweden, it's a lot better than it is in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the UK it's just like system shutdown. And also I lived in France for a few years. Same there. People were abandoning their cars on the highways.
So the game actually scales in hardness. Like the beta and the areas you're seeing now are designed to be easier, so you can sort of work your way into the game.
Yeah.
But I've just seen a few questions pop up like that, so it's worth pointing out that you haven't really even got close to the
No,
hard
this
bits
is
yet.
the newbie beginning area. So the game kind of scales depending on where you go. So I'm just throwing out examples here. This isn't directly accurate. So if you're here, it's easy. If you go there, it's doom. You know, it's as you go around different places, you're going to have different kinds of machines you'll be encountering, maybe different variants of the base machines, because we've been seeing a lot of runners so far, but these are just basic ones. They have an SMG on them, nothing too much to be worried about. But as you get further into the game or different areas, you're going to see them armed with rocket launchers. Again, they might have infrared sight, they might have other abilities. So, there's a car over there been abandoned. Right, okay. Oh, what do we have over here?
Oof.
We have some machines chilling out. Let's get tactical about this one. I'm hoping that these work actually, because last time I was prepping and these weren't actually working. But again, this is a work in progress build, so we'll see how it goes. So let's put this down here.
Get the...
And then run over here. Run away. Run away. Come at me, bros. Come on. They're not quite certain. They felt the shot, but... Come on. There we go.
Hit one on the leg.
Yeah. Come on. Now I just hope it comes this way. No, AC's busy sniping at those, so it might not come over.
Oh, there's one on the right.
Okay, let's pop it early.
Oh, there we go. You smoked that one.
Yeah, so you can go about fights different ways if you want. Let's also grab some of these flares. They're super handy. Ugh. I actually fumbled that totally. There we go. It's always good to prepare that stuff before a fight. Oh, it's okay. AC's got my back. We've got our own 4th of July celebrations here. So normally you would throw these in the machine's direction. They will target them and will not shoot you.
There's too many pretty lights for them.
It wasn't quite close enough to pick up this one, so we'll just wrap him up.
Get it.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, throwing them at me was maybe an underhanded tactic. Is PewDiePie going to be in the game? No, he will not. We'll be able to use the bikes. The old Swedish Army bikes would be awesome. They would be super cool. As of now, no. But that's a great idea. Who knows? Maybe... Again, we're going to be doing updates after the game's been launched even. So if it's not in the base game on day one, then the chances are it can appear further down the line. We intend to do both free updates and optional paid updates. So we'll see what happens down the line. If it's not there on launch day, it doesn't mean it's not coming at all.
Yeah. If you've seen some of our self-published games before, we service them as a live product and there's quite regular updates. So.
Oh, I got some metalhead hair.
Oh, nice.
So we're talking about customization. Those of you who played beta will see it's been turned down a lot right now. You found lots of it during the beta. But you can find different things as you're running through the world. So now I can be a metalhead nerd.
That
or
looks awesome.
I can be an egg. I'm going to be a metalhead nerd. Check that out. I look like Garth from Wayne's World.
Yeah,
that's
you
amazing.
do.
Oh my god, we've made Garth from Wayne's World.
That's pretty funny.
We have Presbyron in the game with ridiculous prices. There won't be any like direct named stuff in there, but you might see some sort of cheeky references, let's say. Getting all of the ammos. Oh, Darla Hest. Those who played the beta would have seen this one. It's another collectible.
Nice.
This is a very traditional item that comes from Dalarna in Sweden. It's called a Darla Hest, Darla horse. And you'll find different ones in all kinds of different cool layouts as you explore the world. Obviously tied to achievements. You get a bit of XP when you pick them up as well. So it's a bright red Darla horse with a harness in blue and white. Traditional styles become the most widespread in modern times and have even come to symbolize Sweden in general. So we're learning as we're playing. God, there's... I think... Did AC throw another one, or is that one bugged? I think that one might be bugged, because it's still going. Again...
The never-ending firework.
Again, development build. Did I actually pick up my mission trigger? Let's see. The farm... Yeah, so we're still heading towards the farm, that's where we're going. So, let's keep on keeping on. get a bit distracted by the barracks there, but I can see what looks to be a good location for a farm on the map. Man, this is looking so good. I missed the beta. Any info on upcoming beta-like opportunities before release? We don't have any word on that just yet, but make sure that you follow all of our social medias. Keep an eye on our streams when we have them. The streams are a little bit spread out right now, seeing as we're still a way out from launch, but as we get closer and closer, we'll up the frequency a bit. So yeah, just generally keep an eye on anywhere where we communicate stuff, and if something like that is to happen, you'll be pretty much guaranteed to hear about it. Still the AC with me, cool. Kind of got turned around there, end up going by the seaside. I get the Dala Hester, but why not just call the Threadgords Tomta Gnomes? I don't know. I guess the devs decided to call them that. What's the issue, particularly? I'm always happy to get feedback.
It's such a nice word. There we go.
Yeah, because Threadgords Tomta is such a nice word. That is true. It kind of rolls off the tongue.
It rolls off the tongue.
Threadgords Tomta, yeah. Okay, we have an unsuspecting runner up here. Let's see if I can actually take a shot and not fluff it. Kablowy.
Oof.
Was he alone? No, he wasn't.
No.
They don't generally come alone. But this one, I was hidden quite well. I didn't actually see where it came from. Alright, felt that one though. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, I love the music. It's so moody. So actually, we haven't been... Oh, main inventory's full. We don't need that anyway. Got plenty of stuff. I haven't talked about skills yet. So the skills, as you're playing through the game, as you'd expect, you get better at stuff. As you get better at stuff, you can choose different kinds of things to kind of change the way your character plays. We got them set in trees, combat, support, survival, tech. You can go all the way down to 1. You can mix it up a bit. You can go half in 1, half in... However you would feel like it, you can spend your skill points. For me, I'm going to go for spotting intel because
Nice. That's
I
handy.
think it's cool.
Yep.
And then let's go for some ADS, aiming down the sight speed. So now I've took this spotting ability. Next time I see enemy, I will show you. I'd normally go and scout over there, but in the interest of speeding things along until we get to the machine reveal bit, I'm gonna just sort of speed through this bit. Yeah, so when we get to some enemies, I'll see if I can spot one for you and show you what that skill does.
Is that some on the road there?
Over here?
Yeah. No, cars,
No,
is
it's
it?
cars.
Cars.
Yeah. Don't see anything out there.
Wiggles FT was a tech specialist in the beta, and he reckons it's the best skill tree.
Please turn up music a little bit. Absolutely. Always happy to help. We can bump it up. Just didn't want it to overtake our voices so you can't hear all this lovely information we have to give you. Oh, okay. We have a... There we go. So in cycle vision mode. There we go. So now I've got this skill.
That is cool.
I can see important stuff, like difficulty easy. These are easy kind of machines we're facing right now because we're in the starting area. This one's armed with a submachine gun. So this way it allows you to get some information about the fight before it begins, which when you're facing things at a later date is super useful. You know, you don't want to run up to something without realizing it actually has a rocket launcher. Right, let's break out old Betan.
Blammo.
Betan is doing work. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm full on my ammo. Well, actually, what ammunition am I using with
You have a lot of ammunition there.
I do. I saw I had some slugs. Oh, AC will have to protect me while I'm doing this.
Nice.
That's buck, actually. I just put in there, but we'll use buck for now. Oh, that was terrible.
Nailed that one, though.
Nah, I think AC nailed that one for me. Yeah.
Nice.
AC's doing the heavy lifting here. Carrying me. Righty. So we need to scout around this farm to see some more information, to see what happened to the inhabitants.
Daft Zipper wants to know, is there bullet drop and similar mechanics? Yes, there is indeed.
There is indeed, but it's not kind of the it's not video game bullet drop, let's say. You're not going to see your rounds going like
It's
that.
kind of more real life.
That's not how bullets work.
No.
Video games tell you that's how they work, but that's not how they work.
No.
So in a lot of the engagement ranges that you're going to be fighting things, it's not going to come into play a lot, because the reality of the situation is, unless you're shooting at things a kilometre away.
I think depending on your playstyle, though, because maybe in the other island there's some...
Oh, you get some, definitely. There'll be opportunity for some big sight lines, for sure.
That'll
But
be nice.
in your kind of typical city scenarios, let's say, you can pretty much aim in the crosshairs and hit it.
Maybe you get your friend waiting up on the hill with a big gun, aiming at the trap, you know, that sort of scenario.
Absolutely. But yeah, at the extreme ranges, it'll come into play, definitely.
Yep.
I keep trying to loot things, forgetting my inventory's full. Let's do some housekeeping. I don't want birdshot. As you said, birdshot's kind of your basic, I've got nothing else, let's use this kind of stuff. EMP batteries, I don't need 2 of those. Do I need...
You can put some stuff in your slots too to make some more room.
Yes, I can. I can take a battery, so I can use that for our next fight. I'll take a fuel tank, that's going to come in later. When we show off the harvester, that's going to come in handy. Righty. Okay, nothing up here. Keep scouting around. Oh, we have a phone answer machine here. Anita's message to her parents. We have no audio on there right now, but we can see what it says.
There we go.
Hey, this is Anita. Sorry I couldn't call earlier. It's been busy as hell here. Where the hell are you guys? Everyone in the area needs to get to Saltham ASAP. Call Johnny at the church and see if he can give you a ride. He knows Dad really can't really drive anymore. Okay, talk later. Okay. So, I mean, these are the kind of stories and breadcrumbs you're going to find playing the game. These are, real families and real people, kind of, that you're trying to track down. They have personalities and histories. It's really nice to find these bits of flavor that add some context to the world that you're exploring, because, of course, there's not people here, so you don't really have that, oh, let's talk to an NPC to build the story or build the world. Instead, we kind of have to scatter things around for you to find and sort of tell the story that way. Okay. Heavy Flash. What do you reckon? Is that like a glam metal band?
It's like Tron.
Early EDM. I don't know. What's the cupboard in the kitchen can be opened? Generally, we can't open cupboards specifically. You might have seen a light switch, perhaps. Maybe it was this. So, yeah, turn the lights off.
Oh, there's something. Oh, it's a...
Yeah, the stove lights. So they obviously left in a hurry. I mean, they left the lights on. Stove lights were still on. Everything like that. And you might think, oh, it's weird. Why have the houses got lights on? It's because these people had to GTFO out of Dodge. Basically, they didn't have time to prepare. They had to grab what they could and get out. Okay. Oh my God, I've got a pink mullet.
You gotta stick it on.
Oh, this is so happening right now. I'm getting quite a lot of hair in this playthrough, actually. Got quite lucky. Oh my God.
That was fantastic.
Oh, that's amazing. That's actually quite a delicate mullet compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah,
some
it's a tidy mullet.
Yeah, it's kind
They
of...
take care of their mullet.
Yeah. We don't need another adrenaline shot. Adrenaline shots are something you use to resurrect yourself if the worst happens and you need it. I've got AC here, though, so she can pull me up if anything bad happens. Nice. Another level. Let's double down into our ADS. Oh, no. I want to reload. Reload speed. We'll take that, too. Don't need a radio. Already got one of those and a boombox. So now let's find our way to Saltham Village. How long are we on time? 15 minutes to go. So we're going to speed through here right now. And I have a particular spot in mind where I want to get to show you this new machine. And then we'll kind of just chill out and ask you some questions about it and talk to you about it. So this was really the very, very first opening minutes of the game. So this is why it's kind of a gentle introduction, let's say. When I show you this next machine, which will be the basic version of this machine, not the scary Super Max Ultra Beast version, you will see, again, different types of machines as you go through the world. So yeah, that explains why it's... Oh, Nope. Okay, let's just run into his face. I've got a shotgun.
Nice. I liked Hosen Fura's comment. It says you're now building a nerdier looking MacGyver.
Nerd-gyver.
Yeah.
You have to look for some toilet paper tubes and some duct tape. Well, oh,
Can make
AC's
a-
getting shot from behind over there. Oh, wrong gun.
Oof.
Forgot where I set them.
Nice. Clang.
Nice, unlike my aim. Where is it? There we go.
There we go.
Hoping for spider stalking sniper bot. I don't know what that is, but it sounds scary.
It does sound scary.
Great, we get the dinky rusty harvester and not the clean one. Is AC still fighting back there? I'm just like cruising off to our next point. Where are we?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's handled the business.
Yep, taking care of the, covering the rear,
Actually, I'm thinking we might be able to spawn it here.
in the open somewhere. You reckon?
Yeah. Let's do it here. Okay, AC, she can hear me because we've got her on the mic on the other side. I'm going to spawn it down here. It's going to get messy. It's going to get painful. We're going to switch on the background so we can fiddle around in our secret sneaky dev tools and you don't have to see all of our ugly other stuff. And where are we? Which one should I choose? Let's go for this one, I think. Get up the hype! Yes, get up the hype, says Carnivore on Twitch. Just seeing if we got a question. Mixer, we want more machines to fight up on release. Yes, absolutely. I mean, again, we're mentioning this is the start zone, so it's meant to be a calm pace. It's meant to not be hitting you too hard. So, yeah.
And you're about to see one of more of the machines now, actually. That.
Yes, you are. But first, I'm going to take a sip of water, just
yeah, me too,
so you can
actually.
anticipate that just a little bit longer. Will there be a photo mode in the game? We understand that people think our game is pretty, and we definitely want you to give you a means to really dig into that as an idea. That sounds really cool. So we'll give you some tools. Not sure if it's going to make it live or if it'll come a bit later after release, but absolutely we want to give you some ways of doing that because we have some super cool screenshots.
Like a plug-in Polaroid machine or something.
Yeah, the Polaroid camera would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to click this button and make that happen. I can hear it stomping in the game, so this is going to get... I'm going to have to run away, like, quick.
Let me know when to...
Steam overlay. Crits me for 10,000 damage. Okay, this is the harvester. Please don't say that I've bugged now. There we go. Thank you. Right. We're not going to try and fight this so much. AC can distract them. Harvesters generally come with an escort of some description. We'll take those out just so we can concentrate on the harvester itself. AC is drawing fire from me like a boss.
Ooh, look at that!
Let's see if I can get the right spot.
There we go, nice.
Okay, so let's change to some binos so we can take a look at it. Weapon rocket pod, difficulty easy. So again, this is one of the easier harvesters. It's kind of docile. It's not going to be massively aggressive, particularly once you've wiped out its bodyguard. Generally, these are used as resource gathering machines. So the machines need something to obviously, you know, keep the maintenance going. This is what these are. So as of now, I've got them set to be quite dumb, so it's not going to instantly wreck me. If I get up closer, it's going to realize there's a bit of an issue here, and it's not going to like me. Yeah. So it has this concussion blast knockback attack. It also has a really beastly melee. Let's get back to this.
But yeah, it's
I
more of a...
bugged my binos. I got the tooltip prompt up there. Let's get that back. There we go. Let's get behind this rock.
Best offense is defense, this machine.
Yeah, basically. Generally, as I said, if you were to get it down to low health, it's going to try and disengage. It doesn't want to be destroyed. It's a high-value target for the machines, of course, because it's used for collecting resources. More on that. For example, you might see them out in the world. They might be on fuel barrels, sucking up fuel barrels. You might see them sort of using this big drill probe it has on a car, sort of collecting gas and other materials to well, for it to do what you will find out as you play the game. I won't give away too much. But yeah, as you can see, it's heavily armored. Its main skill is its defense. It's not massively aggressive. It's got its rocket pods on the back there. So I'm gonna see if I can go on a suicide mission here and just like run under. Oh no, AC triggered it a bit too soon.
With the concussion, I think she's knocked down actually.
Yeah,
oh,
she used her adrenaline and picked herself back
Nice.
up. Otherwise, okay, let's hope.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So we are not geared or have any sort of means of fighting this really properly right now. I just really wanted to show it to you. So it's not using its rocket attacks on us. Again, it's the easy one. I'm just having fun with that concussion blast. Yeah, having a big robot with a fuel barrel beneath it sounds like a big boom boom party. Yeah, I mean, if you catch one of these things with its metal pants down, let's say, and it's harvesting a fuel barrel, then now there would be a great time to set up a trap, launch up those barrels. You're going to do some damage. I wanted to shoot its rockets off again, but again, I've specifically chosen a very placid one. I don't want it wrecking us too hard. I want to save the real big stuff for later. Later being another stream, let's say. So we have a very docile, kind of placid one right now. It does have a special ability. I'm sure I had some slugs up at the bird. I think I already fired them, that's why. What was I saying? Yeah, it does have another ability. So if you were to damage it a lot, it will actually sort of crunch down in this real tight little ball type thing and use all this armor to protect itself. Oh, I got just
position.
too class. Yeah, basically the field position. Yeah, it kind of packs up into this like defensive turtle stance, let's say. I was hoping to get close enough to use a shotgun, but that concussion blast. So ideally, if we were synchronized and trying to take this out as a team, we maybe want one to go in, bait the concussion blast, and someone else had close range weapons can sort of run in afterwards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's the
Like now.
Uh-oh, it's not like an healthy.
Trying to take out one of those legs. So okay, it's charging up again. Oh, I stayed there a bit too long. Can most of the bots call for backup? So what we need is a giant Volvo lobe on that thing. Yeah. So these will generally, they work in tandem with other machines. Oh, so AC's hit it with the flare.
Good
this is
thinking.
a wise choice.
Good
so now
thinking.
it's attacking the flare, so we can try and get in there and do some damage on it. Whoa! Oh, jeez.
Rocket barrage.
Oh, I overstayed my welcome there. What was I saying? Can most bots call back up? So these work in concert with other bots. You're always going to find a harvester with an escort of some description. Most likely runners, maybe some seekers. Seekers will help them find the materials they want to harvest. So yeah, they do work in that respect to help each other. Again, once you've taken out one of these machines' escorts, and you've heavily damaged it, it will try and get away. It's going to be somewhat concerned about its longevity, let's say, and we'll want to get out of there. Again, AC's confused it with those fireworks, so you can shoot with the juicy bits at the back. So he probably damages rocket launchers now, so it's not likely to attack us, let's say. But yeah, if you want to fight one of these, it's a high risk, let's say, high reward kind of thing. Of course, it's a harvester. It picks up good stuff, so you'd expect to get some goodies from it when you kill it. But you need to bring some big guns to take it out.
So the other thing that's worth mentioning too is that the damage is concurrent on the.
And there we have. Where are we?
Black count. Yep.
Yeah, there we have our in development build being an in development build.
Yep.
Giving us a crash. I'm quite impressed actually. It's the first crash we've had on any of our streams.
Yeah.
Twitch chat is pressing F. Well, that's quite sweet actually. We had 5 minutes left to go of the stream anyway, so that's pretty okay timing. We've seen too much. The game doesn't like it. So hit us with any questions you got in chat because sorry, the FPS people are talking about. Yeah, you're going to see some FPS drops. It is a in-progress build again, so that's always going to be a bit of a thing. Those final kind of tweaks and improvements are something that tends to come later in the cycle. So don't fret too much if you see FPS drops now. Oh, we didn't actually crash. That's good. It was just a error message.
That's good. So I was saying before too that all the damage you do to the machines will retain the damage. So like that one there, if you decided to disengage with it or run off, you
or
can
you
find
don't
it.
have the weapons to finish it off.
That's right. You'll come back and it'll still be carrying the same scars and the same grudge.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can actually get back into this. Just so you have something to look at whilst we're talking at you.
Anyway, now click around.
Let me see if I get back in there first. Patience.
There we go.
Patience, young Matthew.
I was just trying to be ready.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I could have used some dev hacks to actually... There we go. So we've frozen it now. We can actually get a good look at it. So now you can see it drill up in the middle. That's what it's going to be using, or probe rather. That's what it's going to be using to kind of look for resources and that kind of thing. You're going to see different types of machines. Again, this one has this sort of fearsome rocket pod on the back. This has a concussive blast. You'll be able to kind of tell what they're equipped with by looking at them. You can kind of see the modules, and as you get familiar with machines, you'll know what they are. You might see some with maybe gas launchers on them. You might see other stuff which is really cool, which I won't tell you about because we want you to find that one out. Yes. Is your game save automatically after each mission, or can you save at any point? You can save by doing a mission progress trigger, maybe pick up an item, maybe completing a mission, or just by going to safe house. Solid game you guys have made. The beta was really fun. Glad you like it. And looks big and hard to kill. It is. It should be. Again, this thing, its whole purpose is to survive. We say it's a defensive machine. It does some offense. Its stompy melee attack is nasty. It had a concussion blast, so I didn't really get the chance to show you that one because it kept blasting me. But if we'd kind of communicated a bit better, one of us could have got the concussion blast to pop, and then I could have gone in close and it would try and stomp me instead. But yeah, this thing is all about being a beastie defense machine. It doesn't want to be destroyed. It wants to get out there, collect resources, and get back out again. So you have this like collection pod thing here in the back which it carries stuff in. And again, if you do catch it unawares when it's harvesting a car or some fuel barrels, then it's a really great time to strike because you can use that explosives in your favor. How can you play beta test? We're being asked. There is no beta phase at the moment. Do follow our social media. Should we have one, you will know about it. But as of now, there is not one currently running. It looks so cool when it's frozen like that. That would be a mean screenshot. These machines do look human-made. I'm very excited for the story. Well, yeah, the story will tell you a lot more about where these came from and what they became, let's say. So, yes. Will it be drivable vehicles? Not at this stage. We haven't got the plan for release, but that sounds maybe it could be an idea for further down the line, let's say. Again, as we've mentioned a couple of times, release day won't be the end of it. It's going to be a finished, complete, done game when we launch it, but then we're going to continue supporting it by adding more and more and more stuff over the months that follow. So, we'll do some free updates, there'll be some paid DLC options, that kind of thing. Does the game track damage points? Can you disable leg? Yes, you can aim for individual parts of a machine to damage them accordingly. For example, I could shoot its head area, like sensors, call it a head, but its sensor area here, and ruin its vision, for example. Will be craftable attachment weapons. Not craftable per se, but you'll find different levels of quality. Let's see if we've got anything in Mixer going on. Is this the biggest machine so far? No, I'd say the tank was a bit larger. This is kind of wider, I'd say. I think the tank's taller, but they're kind of akin to a similar sort of size.
Definitely.
Rideable bikes, that's something I'd love to see. We'll see. What GPU will give me stable FPS? Stable 60 FPS. Check the Steam recommended settings. So if you go to Steam, check a recommended. That should do you. Yeah, tank is taller, bike half tall as this one. Yeah, correct. Around the beta max video seconds on 1080p on 70 Ti with a 60 FPS constant. Yeah, I mean, what you've been watching today, we're actually playing with a 1080, standard 1080, not Ti. We're playing at 2560 by 1440. It's been downscaled to 1080p for you guys on the stream. But for us, it's buttery, silky smooth. Again, you do get a lot of FPS drop in some areas, but we're a work in progress title, so otherwise, yeah. What GPU are you using right now? Yeah, I've just said it's 1080. Any new weapons in the works? There's going to be new everything. Again, those of you who played the beta haven't seen it all by any means. There is more to come. Some really cool stuff, actually. I kind of wait to be able to tell you more about it. What's the highest number of party available? It's going to be 4 players. Up to 4 players, rather. RTX 2080 Ti, normal. Yeah, I think you're just about be able to run the game with that. That's a beast card. You'll be fine. How do you play beta? There is no beta running currently. The beta phase ran for, I think it was 4 days in the end. And now that's ended. We'll let you know. If you follow our social media, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're of course here on Twitch. Do drop us a follow before you leave. You can find us on Mixer as well, those on Mixer. We have a Discord, official Discord server. There's a really great place if you want to talk to myself and Matt firsthand, real time. Yep. Great place to be. We also have a newsletter you can sign up to on our website. If you go to generationzero.com, you can sign up to the newsletter there. And if there is a new beta happening, they're the places you need to be to hear about it. Yeah. We'll be able to connect, direct connect to IP for LAN play. I don't know. LAN is pretty old school nowadays. You can absolutely play offline single player. That's fine. I'm not sure if you can do LAN connection for multiplayer. That's the kind of an edge case that I'm not really sort of checked ahead of time.
No,
Sorry.
Haven't heard the word
we can
LAN
try
for a
and
little while now.
maybe drop us that question on our forums and we can try and get an answer for you. How many hours worth of content will there be in the base game? It's really hard to say. If we look at the beta, we expected people to get through that in, you know, a handful of hours. We had some people, it took them 10 hours to play through it. Other people, they went through it in 45 minutes. So it really depends on how you play. We sped through this bit, really. There's other areas, like up here, I would have liked to scout. You could have checked back along here to see what goodies are around. We kind of followed the mission chain. That's taken us an hour to get this little space from here to here, let's say. That's not really a good scale because other areas might be more dense with more things to do, but just to give you an idea. And then we have this whole massive map here. And then once you're done with the story, of course, there's other things to be done after that. You know, it's not like the game is over. So it's really hard to say. It very much depends on how you play. Will there be a machine mode where one player will play as machine, Dying Light inspired? That would be super cool. No plans just yet, though. Will there be more beta days? Again, we haven't announced that yet, but we'll let you know if there should be. Is that a LAN connection to mainland there? Yes, it is indeed. I'm not sure if that was there in the beta or not. I can't remember. Because obviously we actually stopped people from getting to Nordersaltholm and onwards. So, yes. Hey, the towns of the big map got names now. Yes, indeed they did. Yeah, further north. Yeah, sorry, a bit more. Oh, you mean the land bridge across the mainland itself? Okay, yeah, I get you. How big is the playable area in square kilometers? I know that number, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. This is where I wish I had a pocket dev with me handy.
8 by 8 or something?
No, it's bigger than that,
It's
I think.
bigger, 16 by 16 then, I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, so there we go. We have Wiggle saying it took them 12 hours to get through the beta, and a lot of that was exploring too. But if you really wanted to just power plow through it, you could probably have done the beta in an hour and a half or something. So it's very much playstyle dependent, and ideally we would like you not to be playing that way because we put lots of cool stuff in there for you to find. So.
I was going to say you don't get
what will the price of the game be? It's going to be $34.99 on PC or $39.99 on consoles, be it Xbox or PS4. Cool. Well, we should wrap it up about now. We'll be putting out some more information about the Harvester along with some screenshots and stuff this evening and tomorrow. We'll be having the VOD out on YouTube tomorrow, so watch for that if you want to rewatch it again on YouTube. Otherwise, it's going to be available instantly after we close down the stream, or now even, because Twitch is magic like that. Is it worth taking time to explore? Yes!
Yeah,
we put so much cool stuff out there for you to find. There's like little Easter eggs to find, there's cool gear to find, story to find. You know, you need to explore the game.
All sorts of landmarks and hidden things.
This isn't one of those games where you should be just going A to Z, you know. Go off the track, see what you can see. Cross-play available between PC and Xbox. Doesn't look like it at this stage, I don't think. We'll let you know should that change. But yeah, we'll wrap it up now. Do keep an eye open again on all our social media channels.
Yep.
Follow us here on Twitch if you didn't do so already, and you'll know when we're live next time.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. Discord is awesome. We like talking to you folks there. It's really cool. I mean, I was so busy during the beta period, just talking to all the people. It was amazing.
It was good fun,
It was
actually.
really nice fun. Yeah.
Rip the raffle bot.
Nice fun. Good fun. Yeah, rip the raffle bot. We destroyed that poor thing. No, this is what caused the machines to go rogue. It was our Discord bot. Is it going to be a pre-order? We haven't announced anything like that yet, but maybe we'll have some more news that in the future. Let's see. DLC after release. We plan to support the game after it's live, so there's going to be choice between paid DLC and there'll be free updates. Similar to other games that you've seen from Avalanche Studios' Expansive Worlds, the self-publishing department, we like to give you a choice between having free stuff and paid stuff if you want it. None of it should ever feel like you're obliged to have it, but more like nice to haves. But if you don't want to buy anything, then there'll be nice free updates for you to enjoy. So, yes, hate the winter in Sweden, always dark. And that note, we've been in our little streaming studio now, and we came down here and it's light. It's probably, well, it is dark now. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. It's been a blast. I'm really glad I could show off our first unseen machine. We have more machines to show you. This is not the last one by any means. One of my absolute favorites is going to be coming up, and I can't wait to show you that. Excuse me. Yeah, follow us on all things. Watch for more information on the Harvester coming soon. Some screenshots, nice little bit of a flavor story for you to read about. And as always, thank you very much for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Catch you guys.
Bye-bye.